Go.
Okay. Start from the muscles from the pectoral girdle on down to the fingers. Okay, on the chest we have the pectoralis major, and underneath that, pull that back, we'll have the pectoralis minor. Pectoralis minor originates on the coracoid process. Then we have the rotator cuff. The four muscles in the rotator cuff, the sits muscles, S-I-T-S, find the spine of the scapula. So the S would be the supraspinatus, the I would be the infraspinatus, and the T would be the teres minor. Okay, it's teres minor, not major. And on the anterior aspect of the scapula, we have the subscapularis. Each of those have their own fossa where it attaches. So the supraspinatus is the supraspinous fossa, infraspinous fossa for the infraspinatus, and subscapular fossa for the subscapularis. And then they insert on the humerus, and the anterior portion of the humerus, where the lesser tubercle is, that's where the subscapularis inserts. And then on the greater tubercle, from top to bottom, just like on the muscle itself, supraspinatus, infraspinatus, teres minor. Okay. Now just looking at the ligaments on the clavicle, coming from the, remember this was the acromion process and the clavicle, so acromioclavicular ligament, and we also have a coracoacromial ligament. We didn't really go over those in class, but I'm not really sure if they'll be on the test, but just in case. So we have a acromioclavicular ligament. That's kind of important. Maybe that's why it'll be on there, or the coracoacromial. Then we're going to go into the muscles of the arm. Okay. Let's start with the anterior. There's four muscles on the anterior arm. There's the biceps long head, which is lateral. Look at this right here. I'm sorry. It's lateral. There's lateral. So long head is lateral. Short head is medial. And here's the coracoid process, which is another attachment that the coracoid process has, which is the short head of the biceps. Long head of the biceps. Here's the glenoid fossa on the scapula, and there's a little tubercle on top called the supraglenoid tubercle, and that's where the long head of the biceps originates. And then on the bottom, the long head of the triceps. So you got two long heads for that glenoid fossa. Biceps on top, triceps on the bottom. But on the triceps, we have either a lateral head or long head, or a lateral head, long head. Hold on, let me look at this little, make sure I'm doing it right here. Yeah. Lateral head, long head, and then a medial head. There's no short head on the triceps. Back to the anterior arm. Biceps, long head, and short head. Underneath that, you have the brachialis muscle. And this little one right here, about as big as your finger, is the coracobrachialis. All those muscles, those four muscles, are innervated by this musculocutaneous nerve, which is the yellow. All right? And triceps, actually, triceps are considered extensors, and all the way down, all the extensors are all radial nerve. Okay. And insertion points. And if you remember what we did when you flex and you turn out, you go into pronation, you lose your biceps because the biceps insert on the radial tuberosity, which rotates out of place or out of the way when you do that. Right? Okay. Excuse me. On the anterior forearm, for flexors, forearm